Hey YouTube, how's it going? So I wanted to come on here and give you guys a little bit of a recap of how it's been going so far for the week. It is the end of day 2. We did about 60 miles total today from RV to RV, starting town to overnight town. Yesterday, we did about 75, I think, yesterday as well. So we'll talk a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday was very, very hilly. Lots of hills everywhere. Whoever said Iowa is flat lied. Iowa is not flat. So yesterday morning was pretty tough. There was hills everywhere, especially the first half of it. So we got pretty exerted the first half yesterday morning. We got to the lunch town. It took us, I want to say it took us about 6 hours. Yeah, about 6 hours to get to the lunch town yesterday. And it was 45-ish miles away, so that's a long time for those of you who don't know cycling or anything like that. That's a long time. Now, total ride time yesterday from starting point to the lunch town was not 6 hours. There are roughly, I'm hearing a lot of mixed numbers, so there's roughly 25,000 to 35,000 riders on the road. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I apologize. There's about 35,000 people here in Iowa for Ragbrai. That includes riders and support drivers. And then I want to say it was 15 to 17,000 riders. So Monday was very slow, especially in the morning, because we all dipped our tires in the Missouri River and then we took off. And so you have 15 to 17,000 people all taking off at the same time in these little towns. And it caused, I think we were traveling maybe 8 to 9 hours, or I'm sorry, 8 to 9 miles per hour at a time. So it was very, very slow. Once we got to the breakfast town, however, a lot of people had stopped and pulled over to eat breakfast and things like that, including us. We were one of them. You'll see that in one of the videos on the channel. And so at that point, it started to kind of thin out a little bit. People started going different paces, things like that. So it was a lot easier to ride a faster speed, but it was still very, very, very hilly. So it took us about 6 hours to get to lunch yesterday, and then it took us about 5 hours from the lunch town in. So yesterday's total day was about 11 and a half hours. And I want to say total time spent on the bike was maybe 6 hours. It was like 5 to 6 hours. I don't really remember. So just kind of goes to show that it's a process. It's definitely a process. I will say that I am having fun though. It is a huge life experience, and if you are healthy and you are capable and you are able and you like to be outdoors and you like to ride your bike, highly recommend Ragbrai. Do a ton of research. I will say that I did feel a little fooled in the beginning. You know, a lot of the videos that I watched was all the fun that happens in Ragbrai, which is a ton. So my expectations for how tough the actual ride was were pretty low. Talking to a lot of riders who do it constantly and who constantly ride, they have actually said multiple times that they don't do the full 500 or whatever the route is for that day. It's very hot out here. Whatever the route is for that day or for that week, they'll either. So like yesterday, a lot of people that have done it before know that from Sioux City to the lunch town is the worst part for Monday. And so they didn't ride it. They got dropped off in the lunch town and they started their ride then because they didn't want to exert themselves. So it just kind of goes to show that it's really not for the faint-hearted. But I started training, I want to say I started training at the end of May, beginning of June-ish. And I could definitely use a lot more time in my saddle. That's probably the biggest thing. My legs feel pretty good, surprisingly. shoulders hurt. But my bottom is really starting to feel it after day 2. So that was day 1, and a little spiel afterwards. So today is day 2. We did a total of 60 miles today. It was like 59 miles. And so today was technically a lot flatter. Yesterday we did a total of about 3,500 elevation gain. And today we did a total of about 1,000 to 1,100 feet worth of elevation gain, so definitely a lot flatter than yesterday. However, a lot of that was rolled into the same hills, so it was tough, and it is hot. So we felt pretty good this morning. We actually got sleep last night, which we did not get our first night here, and so we felt pretty good this morning. We were rocking and rolling. We left earlier than most riders, and so we were rocking and rolling until my chain fell off. My chain has fallen off now a total of 7 times between yesterday and today. So definitely something I'm going to work on tomorrow and get fixed tomorrow. Anyways, so, and then poor Ray, he had a huge problem with his tire that we couldn't fix by just switching out the tubes, and so we had to limp it into the lunch town, actually to the breakfast town, sorry, so that he could get it completely switched out. And so between my chain and his tire, that added on about an hour and a half to our morning. So it was only a 60-mile ride. We got to the lunch town, which was 32 miles in, around 10:30ish. And by the time we were done, it got hot. It got very hot. And so the second half of our ride today was very, very tough. We only had 30 miles after the lunch town, less than 30 miles after the lunch town, and it was hot. So we're feeling it, definitely feeling it. In fact, I've already showered. It's probably roughly 6 o'clock right now. I don't have my phone or my watch, so I can't tell. It's roughly 6 p.m. right now, and I'm actually wrapping up my night, and I'm gonna go to bed so that I can cool my body down, because it is hot. It's 92 degrees outside right now, and it's 49% humidity. And we rode our bike 60 miles. So that's a little update. I have videos of everything. Once I get a chance to sit down and have the energy to edit them, I will post them from the travel day. I'll post a day 1, a day 2, day 3, and so on, so that you guys can see. But I wanted to come on here and give you guys an update. I'm sorry that this is such a long update. I'm not gonna edit it because I'm tired and I want to go to bed, but I wanted to see your guys' faces. I wanted you guys to hear from us and just kind of give you guys an update. So if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Woo, first time I've ever said that. Hit me up in the comments on, you know, first time having a YouTube channel, first time editor, all of that stuff. So if you guys have tips, if you guys want to see more, if you want to see less, am I talking too much, should I not post as many shorts, should I post more shorts, all of that stuff, please, 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 please reach out to me. Be kind, always, and we'll talk to you guys soon. I'm gonna go to bed. Peace.